Hi everyone, it's Izzy Aleister. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I am so beyond happy to be filming for the first time. This video has been a long time in the making, but you know what? Better late than never. I am so excited to start this new journey with you guys and to share my passion of makeup, beauty, art, and fashion, and to develop a community of like-minded people and just to connect with you guys in a more personal level. So I thought for my first video I would share my everyday makeup routine. This routine takes about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm very proud of how much I've simplified my routine over time. And this is my version of a no makeup makeup. This is how I feel the most presentable. I feel like this looks like the most me. And I just love how this looks. Before we get started, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to my channel. I have lots of really fun ideas for my channel and the content that I'm going to be making. So press that subscribe button. Let's be friends. Come along for the wild ride. So if you want to know how I achieve this look, then just keep on watching, and thank you for watching. Okay, so to start, I moisturize my skin using the Ultra Nourishing Moisturizer from Alastin. This is the most hydrating moisturizer I've ever used. What makes it unique is its Trihex technology, which is a proprietary blend of botanicals, antioxidants, and peptides that were engineered to help clear out old elastin and collagen that's damaged from sun exposure and aging, and to help restore new collagen and elastin in the skin. So ultimately what that means is your skin is going to be more supple, firmer, and overall more radiant. The way I discovered it was when I was on Accutane. I haven't been on Accutane for about a year now, but when I was on it, my skin was painfully dry. I couldn't find anything to help keep it moisturized and hydrated, and once I found this, I just haven't gone back to anything else. I don't think I'm ever going to stop using it. It's a staple in my life and in my kit. I use it on all of my clients, whether they have dry skin or oily skin. It just works beautifully on everybody. There's no fragrance to it. It's oil free. It just creates a flawless base for makeup application. Your products will just glide on seamlessly. I just love it so much. I can't say enough good things about it. So next to prime, I'm going to use the RK Beauty Goodbye Pores Primer. I use this, I would say, 95% of the time. I really do notice a difference in my pores, and it does help control shine a bit. And I usually just apply it right on my nose and right on the side here, a little bit on my forehead, just like on my T-zone. And I let that sit for 30 seconds or so before I apply anything else on top of it. As you notice, I wasn't rubbing it, I just kind of pressed it in. So now I'm going to go in with the Alastin HydraTint. I just love the way my skin looks when I'm wearing this. It gives a perfect your skin but better effect. It's a tinted physical sunscreen that provides sheer color that leaves the skin looking naturally even. Keywords: sheer and natural. This is not going to give you full coverage. You can build it up to get to a light medium coverage, but that's what I like about this product, that it lets your natural skin peek through. It feels super lightweight on the skin, but is very long wearing, performing beautifully through a full workday and staying put for upwards of 14 hours without getting patchy, bunching up, creasing, or doing anything weird. It's water resistant, so you can wear it while swimming or working out without worrying about it fading, sweating, or melting off. So if he takes you swimming on the first date, girl, it's got you covered. The most interesting part about this product is that it only comes in one shade, but I found that the tint is so neutral and sheer that it works on majority of skin tones. I think the only skin tones this may not work for are extremely fair or deep skin, but even then the color can be adjusted with a little concealer or bronzer. This product works very well beneath makeup. If I have a blemish or pigmentation, I just spot conceal to keep my skin covered but looking fresh. I love that the finish is in between matte and dewy and that you get 2.6 ounces of product. That's over 2.5 times the amount of product you get with regular foundation. It lasts forever. I use it almost every single day, and one tube will easily last me 3 to 4 months. My favorite way to apply this product is using my fingers, because using a beauty blender tends to shear out the coverage a little too much. Once I've dispersed the product all over my face, I like to press the product into my skin using my ring and middle fingers to help the product melt into the skin and to make sure everything is seamless. This also helps remove any excess product. The HydraTint is perfect for anyone who doesn't like wearing foundation on the daily but still wants to look their best and wants something that isn't finicky and is easy to put on. I'm going to get a little bit closer just to show you guys what my skin looks like. This is with one pump of the product. I'm not wearing anything else on my skin. This does have a buildable coverage though, so if you wanted to use more, like 2 pumps to get a little bit more coverage, you can. And ultimately, if you just want to protect your skin from the sun, this is a great product for you. And I just can't say enough good things about this. I love the HydraTint, and Alastin knows what they're doing. Their products are awesome. So I am going out tonight and I want my makeup to last all night long. So I'm going to give you guys a pro tip. Before I set my makeup with powder, I'm going to actually set it with the setting spray that I use. The best one I've ever used is the Skindinavia setting sprays. They are so good. You will definitely tell a difference between when you use it and when you don't. So I go ahead and just use a few sprays on my face right now. And then go ahead and let that dry. This is my Senora fan. Mine broke, so I don't think this one makes any fun sounds either. I don't think it clacks. Wait. Oh, it does. So, good to know. Now we're ready to powder. So before I do that, I want to make sure that I don't have any creasing anywhere on my face, especially underneath my eyes. So I go ahead and just kind of rub any excess product and get any excess product off my lids. And then we go in with the E.L.F. Cosmetics Beautifully Bare Sheer Tint Powder. I use 2 shades, Fair Light and Light Medium. So that's another tip of mine. You should never just use one shade of powder. Nobody's face is just one color. Everybody has subtle variations in their complexion, and we want to mimic that throughout our whole routine. I use a lighter shade first, and I go ahead and put that just kind of more in the center of my face. Like the name suggests, this powder adds just a touch of color and tint to my face. Sorry, I have a mirror right here, so. I love this powder because it's not overly matte. It doesn't make my face look dry or cakey, and it adds a hint more coverage, giving me the perfect no makeup look, which is what we're going for. It can also be used as a blotting or touch-up powder, and it doesn't cake or bunch up. And I love the silky, finely milled formula. It doesn't emphasize fine lines, texture, or crease, so I can even use it on my under eyes. Then I use light medium for the rest of my face. And it comes in 5 shades, I think. And this stuff is super inexpensive too, so what's not to love? You're gonna notice that I'm not sweeping the product, or more like pouncing my brush. With powder, you should never sweep it across your face. You know, if you don't have anything underneath the powder, then it's not a big deal, but if you do, you don't want to disturb the product that's already there. And with this product, I usually only go in once with each color. You can go in twice, but I usually just go in once. So as you can tell, it just added just a little bit more coverage, a little bit more color to my skin. And now we are ready for my favorite part of my makeup, which is blush. We're going to be using the Tarte Cosmetics Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Party. Now, I'm a huge blush lover. I just love how it brings life and awakens the face. This is my all-time favorite blush. I use this on everybody, or at least some combination that includes it. It's the perfect color. It's not too warm, not too cool. And I just love the formula. It's so silky, it blends so easily. It just gives you that beautiful, naturally flushed appearance. And the color goes with any kind of look you're doing, whether it's a full glam look or a no makeup look. It's just perfect. It's definitely a holy grail product of mine. I'm using the Morphe M530 brush. So I like to apply it right on the apples of my cheeks first, right around here. And it's definitely kind of a blush that I use in combination with other blushes always, because it also serves almost like as a transition shade for blush, if that makes sense, because it's really neutral. I also like to hit the bridge of the nose. What I try to mimic is, like, you know when you go to the beach and you've spent the whole day in the sun, and then you come back home and you look in the mirror and you just have this like sunburn effect on the highest points of your face and on your forehead, your chin. I think that looks so beautiful, so that's what I try to mimic. So cheeks, bridge of the nose. I also go in on the forehead, and I've actually almost stopped using bronzer and just converted to mostly using blush, at least on myself. I just feel like it just looks so beautiful and healthy. I can't get enough of it. I love, 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 love blush. I just love that like naturally flushed appearance. Like, oh, did you just say something nice about me? Because I think you did. What? Oh my god. Well, at least I think I'm funny. Okay, well, I think I might have put a little bit too much on my chin, but it's okay. And then what I like to do is kind of take the remainder product and put it right here, right where we put our primer. Right there. I almost make like a W on my face, like that. And also like kind of put a little bit down here, just to kind of marry everything together and just kind of further blend that out. Next, I'm going to go in with yet another blush. This one is the L'Oreal True Match blush in the shade Subtle Sable. This is more of a bronzer blush, at least in this shade. Definitely a little bit warmer, and this is not matte, whereas the Tarte one is matte. This one has a little bit of sheen to it. So I don't put this on everywhere. I use this more kind of on the outsides of my face where I would traditionally put bronzer. So I like to put it on just right here. Almost like where I would contour. It doesn't contour, but it just adds a really beautiful warmth to the face. And I don't really like to go any further in on my face. I don't want to add any kind of sheen to this area. That will just kind of emphasize pores, and we don't want that. Moving on to brows. For my everyday, day-to-day routine, I don't do a whole lot to my brows. I've actually really kind of stripped down my routine to like the bare minimum that I can do. And using a tinted brow gel gives me just enough of what I need. And it's so easy and fast to put on, and that's really what I look for in my everyday routine. So I love using the Maybelline Brow Precise Fiber Volumizer in the shade Deep Brown. I think it comes in like 4 shades. This is a great, great, great brow gel. I've tried so many different brow gels, and this one really holds up in place. It adds a lot of volume. It makes your eyebrow hairs look more defined, thicker, and it just does the job. The applicator is a little bit different. It's not your traditional spoolie. It kind of has more of like a paddle look to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really good. And again, super affordable. So I just go in first on the whole brow and comb them up. Now, what I meant about the applicator being a little bit weird and is just that sometimes it can grab a little bit too much product, but all that means is that you can just kind of wipe off the excess on the opening. It's not really a big deal for me. So I just comb them up. And I like to kind of drag the brush a little bit closer to my skin wherever I have sparser areas to get that tint of color on my skin and to kind of fill in the gaps wherever my brows are a little bit more sparse. So I don't know if you can tell the difference right now, but that's just with one swipe, one coat, and that took like 30 seconds. So I'm going to do the other brow now. So now that brows are done, I'm going to go in with lips, and just like I don't like anything heavy on my face day to day, same goes for my lips. I want something that's comfortable, something that once it wears off, it's not going to be really hard to reapply. So I love using the Neutrogena Revitalizing Lip Balm. This comes in like 7 shades, but my favorite shade is the shade Fresh Plum. But Sunny Berry is also a very beautiful shade. So this also has SPF in it, which I love. It's not a physical sunscreen, it's a chemical sunscreen, but something is better than nothing. And this lip balm is really moisturizing. It just also provides the most beautiful sheer tint, just like the HydraTint and just like the powder that I'm using. It just again gives you that perfect your lips but better effect. I think you can tell that we're going for that kind of look here. This lip balm gives your lips the most beautiful, healthy, slightly glossy, plump look, and it just provides the sheerest amount of color to let your lips peek through. It's not the most long wearing, but I don't mind reapplying this throughout the day. It's like a chapstick, so it's really easy and fast. I kind of like to kind of blot it a little bit. Like I said, there's a bunch of shades, so there's shades lighter than this, but I do think that this looks pretty natural. And I like to kind of go a little bit under my lip here. Just like that. And it almost adds like a little shadow under there to kind of make the lower lip look a little bit bigger. Okay, so we're almost done. So now I'm going to set my face again using the Skindinavia setting spray. So this trick of doing it before you set your face with powder and doing it again now really will ensure that your makeup will be bulletproof. I'm telling you, this really, really works. I normally skip mascara in my everyday routine, but like I said, I am going out tonight, so I would like to define my lashes a little bit. So if I do wear mascara and I'm not doing like a very dramatic look, I like to use the Covergirl Clump Crusher in the shade brown. I feel like the brown color just looks more natural. I used to use a black, but I feel like this just looks a lot better. I don't like to put on a whole lot. I just coat my lashes one time with this. I don't like to wear mascara every single day because I don't like not being able to touch or rub my eyes, and I feel like no matter how good a mascara is, if you rub and touch your eye, it's gonna crumble, it's gonna flake, it's gonna look bad, so it's just more comfortable for me not to wear it every single day. And I am lucky enough that my lashes are pretty long and pretty dark. They're not very curly, they're pretty straight, but I feel like I can get away with not wearing mascara every single day. But at night, I just feel like it just looks better if I have it on if I'm gonna go out. And I just make sure that there's no clumps, that it looks the most natural that it possibly can. And I totally forgot to curl my lashes, but I normally forget to curl them, but if you remember, curl your lashes, it really makes a big difference. I actually really miss having a lash lift. I got a lash lift for the first time a few months ago, and it was the most amazing thing ever. My lashes looked so curled and so long and so dark. It was amazing. It made me look so awake without doing anything, and it lasted like, I think like 2 or 3 months or something like that. It was pretty amazing. I can't wait to do it again. I just need to find somebody who does it really well here in Los Angeles. So if you guys know of anybody that does a great lash lift, let me know. So the last thing I like to do is to make my skin look a little bit more dewy. So I like to use MAC Fix Plus, and I get my fan and I kind of section off my face because I don't want to put this everywhere. I want to avoid putting it in my T-zone. So I just kind of block off my face like this, and then go ahead and spritz it, and then do the same thing on this side. Oops. And then kind of cover right here, get my chin and my forehead. I know a lot of people don't like to use Fix Plus because they feel like it makes them look too shiny, too oily. And I feel like if you do put it everywhere on your face, like in the places that you tend to get oily, it can have that effect. And that's why I like to section it off, and it just gives your skin that really beautiful, healthy luminosity, because I honestly don't wear highlighter. I know that might be very surprising, but unless I'm doing more of a dramatic look, I don't put highlighter on. I feel like it doesn't flow with the rest of my look. So I did recently buy the Glossier Halo Scope highlighter, which I heard looks really natural and really beautiful and creates this beautiful dew effect on the skin. So I'm excited to try that and maybe see if I can incorporate that into my daily routine. But by using the Fix Plus, it does give my skin a beautiful sheen and glow, and without using a highlighter. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and change really quick, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys, this is a finished look. I just love doing my makeup like this. I feel like it's just an enhanced version of myself, and it just looks so youthful, natural, and radiant, and it's just so effortless and fast, and that's really what I look for in my everyday routine. I don't feel like I'm wearing a ton of product, and my skin feels like it can breathe, and it's so comfortable. I find that this wears so well throughout the day. I don't feel the need to touch up a ton as the day progresses. If anything, I'll just use an oil blotting sheet, but if you see me in person, there's a 95% chance that these are the only products that I'm wearing. So I hope you guys learned something new today. And if you guys decide to try out any of these products, I would love to hear about it, so let me know in the comments. And I would also love to know what some of your holy grail beauty essentials are, so let me know in the comments as well. If you guys like this video, give it a big thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel. I have so many fun ideas for content, so make sure you subscribe to join in on the fun. And it would mean the world to me if you guys shared this video with somebody who loves makeup. That would just make my whole week. Okay, you guys, so before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you that you each have something that makes you special, so don't forget to share that with the world. And believe in yourself. And aliens, okay? Alright, with that, I hope you guys have a great day or night, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks again for watching, and bye. Take care. Ciao. Mwah. I should do an ASMR of this jacket. It is so loud. It's like the jacket version of SpongeBob's squeaky boots from that one episode. Roman wants to play with makeup too. Don't you, Roman? He's so funny looking. I always knew you would betray me. Rah!